Tiki Sam's Pizza, Sam DeRocher. Hi, Sam.
Hey, Bart, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to be back.
And I don't know if this has ever happened, but today is the first full day of JTV's Carson DeRocher, and I don't think we've ever had an employee's parent on the show on the day they started.
They started, yeah. Like it's amazing to me that Carson's first real job as an adult is with you. I love that so much.
Well, he's awesome. Carson's been with us for many months as a photographer, and now we've got too much work for him, so we've brought him on full time.
Sounds awesome.
So that's bad news for the pizza truck, because Carson's not going to have much time to help out in the pizza wagon.
That's okay. He loves photography, and more than pizza. He loves to eat pizza. Don't get me wrong; that'll probably never change. But as far as what he does, with his hands and things, he loves to photograph and take pictures and that kind of thing. And so I'm super proud of him as his dad and as somebody that gets to know him.
Yeah, well, I am too. Super proud of Carson. Well, we are super proud of the pizza business of Tiki Sam's.
Thanks.
Become, it really is an institution in our community after how many years?
This is our 9th season. We're starting our 9th season now. Yep.
Wow. And you've expanded.
Yeah.
You've got something brand new. Here it is.
Yeah. So go back, if you can go back one picture, I don't know. Hey, Carson must be on the control booth. So this truck, now we've talked about this truck numerous times.
Yes.
A lot of, like, you were even joking with me about it if I'd get open before some other businesses in town. So this project, so my first year doing pizza, my dad used to own this truck, and this picture that we're looking at right now.
But your dad's name is not George.
It's Art DeRocher, yeah.
Yeah.
But we bought it from George.
Okay.
We bought it from George's widow, and we owned this when I was probably about 19 years old, and we served popcorn out of it. This is in Rockford, Michigan. This picture was taken. I'm sitting down in there, or maybe I'm taking the picture, and that's my dad. But we set up over there for 3 days at a festival, and I remember taking this picture. And this is actually the first time that this has been seen, because I just found it in a box.
Wow.
The other one that I showed, anyway. So my dad, after I got married and moved out of the house, my dad sold this to the Fowlerville Fair. They had a historical village up there, mm-hmm. where they were bringing in buildings from all around Livingston County and putting them together. And I knew it was there. And my first year doing pizza, I ended up buying it back from them because they just had it sitting in a field. They weren't really using it. Mm-hmm. And when I found it in the field, it was pretty rough. The tires were sunk in.
It was sitting out in the field.
Yeah, it was sitting in the field. It's barn find, as they say. So I negotiated with them, and I bought it back. And then I did 5 years of restoration on it, and there it is right there.
Amazing.
That's what it looks like today.
It's so cool.
We did everything on it is redone. We redid the engine. We redid everything on it.
Now, what's neat about this? This is at Autorama, where you will see all kinds of one-of-a-kind vehicles like this.
Yes.
So it's almost like you made this vehicle to be at Autorama.
So, interesting story, Bart. So my dad who owned that truck originally, has been taking us as kids when we were growing up. He took us to Autorama all the time. Every year in February, March, we knew that Autorama was coming up. I met Boss Hogg there, because they always have famous people there.
Yeah.
And I remember getting Boss Hogg's autograph. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Wow, Boss Hogg.
And so I ended up when my kids got old enough, I took them to Autorama. And when I started that project 5 years ago, one of my goals was to be in the basement at Autorama with the truck. And it's a rigorous process. You got to go through you have to submit pictures, and like not everybody gets in and mm-hmm. that kind of thing. But I was able to get the truck in. These are some of the trucks that were also cars and things that were downstairs as well. And there were downstairs, I think there were around 280 cars downstairs and over 800 upstairs. So the upstairs is where I like to compare it at Autorama. This is their 72nd year. The upstairs is, you see the movie Titanic?
Yeah.
So upstairs they had a party, and then downstairs they had a party, right? Downstairs party was way better. And I was really excited to be in the basement with all the, like Don Marsh out on
Marshall Motors.
Yeah, Marshall Motors. He was there. He had right behind us. He had some vehicles there. So, and that car community is just really awesome. Like they're super accepting and, welcomed us in, and we had a great time just hanging out with them. And
now you weren't selling pizza at that.
was not selling pizza there. No, I was
You
strict. No, I would have been.
you have been inundated.
We had a lot of people ask. I had to put a sold out sign on the window, just because I had so many people asking. So yeah.
And you can't drive it down 94, can you?
Well, I didn't. My friend BJ Buckland, he trailered it over for me. Yeah, there it is right there. So BJ's a great friend and actually owns a company. I'll get a little plug in for him. It's called Out and About Adventures, and he does Jeep adventures and that kind of thing. But he helped me get it over there, and without him, I wouldn't have been at Autorama.
Now it's a snub-nosed vehicle, so it was custom made for George or whoever when it was first built,
So
right?
it was a '64 Chevy C30, which is a 1-ton truck.
Okay.
We believe, based on the VIN number, that it was a bus at one time, like a bus. It's called a cabin chassis. So it came with the cab of the truck and just the frame. So you could build whatever you wanted on it. We believe it was a bus. But there's a guy in Grand Rapids that kind of put it all together, sold it to George, and then, here we are today.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
All right, so now you have two pizza vehicles.
Yeah.
The original, which is your,
The wood-fired trailer. Yeah.
and now the Detroit style.
Yeah. So we're doing New York style and Detroit style out of this
Oh, okay.
slice wagon. We're calling it the slice wagon. Yep. And so we're doing pizza by the slice out of there. We still have to try and have the walk up so we can interact with the people and they don't have to yell through the window. I think that's a Food Truck Tuesday that we were doing. Now this is the Art Beer and Wine, and that one is the wood-fired trailer. That picture that you're looking at there.
So everyone now is just dying for a slice. When and where can they get the next piece?
So I'm not sure. I think in April or May is when I'll have the slice wagon out and about selling pizza. We're planning on events. I'll be at Art Beer and Wine with it. We're going to take it to hopefully Gus Macker. Some of the bigger, the Hotter Jubilee, some of those events will have the slice wagon there. And so it just depends.
And people can book you for a private event.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We still have. I have a little bit of availability in June, not a lot. Gus Macker got moved to the end of May, and so that I have that weekend kind of opened up for me now to be able to do a little bit more booking.
Well, it's been a cold winter, and obviously it's, food trucks aren't out in the winter, but what's kept me warm this cold winter is my Tiki Sam's.
I love that you have that, Bart.
My Tiki Sam's reversible scarf.
Yeah, those are rare. I only had 50 of those made.
Wow.
And I love that you still have yours.
Yeah, it's warm because it's it's like double weight.
Yeah, and it's classy looking too.
The mascots on the end. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's. People ask me where I got it, and it's like I could tell you, but you can't get one. It's one of a kind.
They are. There's only 50 of them out there.
It's very warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're in this studio.
So is this business? 'Cause I know you had high expectations when you started, and rightly so. Has it exceeded everything that you thought?
Yeah, Bart. This sounds corny when I say it, but it's the truth. Pizza really did save my life. I was in IT for 17 years, And when I got fired from that job, I came home and I said to Julie, now mind you, you remember my original pizza truck?
I do, yeah.
It was a little guy. It was probably as big as this desk.
Yeah.
It would hold like 2 pizzas at a time in the oven. But I went home and I told Julie, I said, hey, I got fired today. What should I do? And she says, well, you got that pizza truck. Why don't you make something out of that? And here we are going into our 9th season. And pizza has allowed me to get into a whole different family of people, pizza people that I just love. I love those people. They're some of the nicest people that I've ever known in the span of my life. They're very supportive, and they allow me. The pizza business allows me to be who I want to be. I want to be a kind person. I want to feed people, and pizza allows me to do that. So.
Well, it's perfect for you. I'm glad your calling found you.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming in today.
Thanks, Bart. I appreciate you.
Tiki Sam himself from Tiki Sam's Pizza, Sam DeRocher.